Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream on twitch.tv/Asuma, where we are on the Hermitcraft server in the end dimension. We have bananas in the chat from so many people. I'm going to skip on reading them today just because I want to get straight into things. And we had a donation at the end of the very last live stream which I didn't get to read out because I had already stopped streaming. Mystery Raven, who is there in chat, I get to say thank you for your donation. Hey X, congratulations on the 7 years, greetings from Denmark. It's 7 days. Sorry, it's 7 years and 2 days. You're like, no, I'm messing with you, Chase. I'm messing with you. I guess today is our 7 year and 2 day anniversary. Wow, amazing, right? Jerry Catcher is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Mose Major MC is resubscribing for 9 months in a row, saying can't stop. Just wanted to tell you all about the baby. Have a great stream. Yes, Twitch baby. Appreciate it. Seraph Payon has resubscribed for 2 months in a row, saying banana, banana, banana. Lemrock89 has resubscribed for 28 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for the support, everyone. And DJ Elkill is here resubscribing for 9 months in a row. That's another Twitch baby right there. Saying, wow, is it 9 months already? It feels like only yesterday I found you and Hermitcraft on YouTube. Thanks for all the good content, mate. Keep it up. Looking forward to the stream. Thanks for the lovely message and support, my friend. Token Goodbud is here resubscribing for 6 months in a row of Amazon Prime. Saying, Office blocked the stream, so I'll watch on second channel. Ah, that sucks. You could try and use a VPN on proxy. That might get you in trouble. Maybe don't. Maybe don't. But thank you. I guess you can't hear what I'm saying. Yeah. Unicorn Man is here subscribing with Amazon Prime as well. Thank you ever so much. We're caught up on the noises in the ear. Thank you everyone for your support. Shindog says, so this is the end. Yes, this is the end. We're in the end dimension. We have lots of sheep. We are going to be building a sheep farm, my friends. Amazing Dave is here resubscribing for 7 months in a row, saying, I guess just hi and thanks for all the entertainment and niceness. And Dave, thank you for your support and thank you for the help with the 7 year special. That video turned out pretty good. And loads of people have gone and checked out the video where I swore now because of that. Great. You know, that embarrassing moment, jeez. You just got to own it, you know, you just got to own it sometimes. Alpha says the music is loud. I think my microphone might be a teeny tiny bit quiet. Is that me? What's going on here? It looks quieter in the mixer. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Charlie Panda says, and here we are celebrating those 7 years of Derpage Asuma. Who knew we'd get this far? Who would ever have known? No one. No one would have known. But then again, if you never try, nothing's ever going to happen, is it? And something's got to happen. Can't just have nothing happening. Ah, right. So this is why I got birch trees. I'm going to make some birch vent space. So if you're tuning in and you're like, oh, you're in the end, what are you doing? We're getting sheep. We're going to colour them and put them into pens. All right. That's pretty much the plan. So it should be pretty straightforward. I don't think you're going to have many questions now, but maybe you do. Amazing Dave says, hey now, you were the one who decided to include that statistic. I just put it there for laughs. I mean, you put the idea in my head, Dave. I would have never thought of it. I'd have never thought of it. Now, I'm only messing. I'm fine with it. Do you know, I think it's... I kind of like that it's there in a way. Because I try not to swear. But I do occasionally. But whenever I swear, I'm always like, I shouldn't do that. Like, I'm just not keen on it. But I definitely don't want to do it on camera. And I really generally don't. But sometimes you get frustrated when recording. Back then, all those years ago... I took what I was saying very seriously. Like I never used to include like me mispronouncing a word or fumbling over my words, and now I leave that stuff in because I realise you're just human and people don't mind as much as you think they would. So back then I could get a bit frustrated recording a video. I think it's, you know, it's kind of good in a way that people see it because, you know, I'm just a person. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It might happen on stream one day. I don't know. Like I might just all of a sudden blow up and go, "Oh, fudge!" that's me doing an impression of me swearing. Jeez, I might go, "Oh, fudge," you know. Wow, it just sounded so rude and mean, didn't it? It sounded so aggressive. All that fudge. Yeah, so I don't mind people going back and looking at it. It's fine. It is what it is. We're going to need a lot of this stuff. We're going to need a heck of a lot of this stuff. Let's get a bit ambitious here. Let's even more ambitious than that, I think. Okay, so let's do that and then this. Sweet. Okay, two of these for now. Oh, fudge, says Alpha Kroll. Mac Fanatic says XVX fudge. I feel like we need that now. I feel like we need the fudge. And I just ordered some emotes and fudge was not one of them. So we've got noises in the ear. Jenny Wren is here. Subscribing, Jenny Wren. Thank you for subscribing. Josione, Mr. 54 is here. Doing cheers, throwing bits, making noises, saying good morning. Thank you ever so much, man, for the bits and support. Morning to you. Can you hear the dog barking? I can hear the dog barking. It's making it hard. Why has the dog got a bark? It's like it's an animal that doesn't realise that I'm recording right now. Goodness me. Wait, emotes, says Pony Butts. Did I hear a new emote is wanted? Yeah, I've commissioned 5 new emotes, and I was a bit short on ideas, and I think a fudge one would have been really funny. Oh man, maybe I'll just get a 6th and decommission another one and have that. Josione 54 is gifting subs to Streamer Fan 3452. The Lonely Wolf 123, Davy _B and Swen Redstone, as well as Atlantean Archer. Atlantean Archer. If you heard your name being said, Mr. Josione 54 has been kind enough to gift a sub, so you now have access to the emotes. So Josione, thank you as always for your support here in the community. It's greatly appreciated. And to all the peeps who are now subscribed, it is September, which means you can then get your next month resubscribe for just $1. Although after that it will be the full price $15. Twitch, they're trying to get you in. Whatever way they can, they're trying to get you in the door. You know? It's their business strats right there. We also got Cyblade 545 subscribing with the Amazon Prime. Cyblade, thank you ever so much for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. What are you doing, says Paulson? We're building a sheep farm. Instead of saying fudge, say fizzgig. Fizzgig doesn't sound like swearing to me. That sounds like I'm trying to come up with a name for a sody pop. Sody pop, I like that word. I'm not sure if I've ever said sody pop before. I just hear H3 saying it, and a few other people say sody pop as well. My mouth doesn't work. Earth Edwee has resubscribed for 31 months in a row. Earth Edwee, I can't say your name properly. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for 31 months of support. Truly appreciated. Thank you for sticking around. Sody pop, says Mac Fanatic. Sody pop indeed. Let's do some replant action, you know. Got to replant those trees, just can't keep chopping them down, you know, otherwise we'll suffocate. So better make sure we get these planted back down. What the fizzgig? Says Chaos Muncher. Okay, yeah, it's got a bit of pizzazz to it, doesn't it? You know. Papa Bless says Stuck Weave. Yeah, what was the one Papa Derp, wasn't it? Did we do a Papa Derp thing? I can't remember how it goes. Oh my goodness me, these are the emotes that I should have made. Fudge and Papa Derp. Hang on. I'm writing these down now because I'm gonna ask them how they're doing, and if they've started on all 5, I might go, oh, can we make some changes? Be one of those annoying people who gets the artist to keep changing stuff, jeez. A turtle emote, Shizuku, we're gonna have one of those. I have a cup of hot mocha. I would like to drink it while it is hot. For that reason, I'm quickly going to jiggle some things on my computer. There we go, they've been jiggled, and now I'm going to have a sip. Divercat says, I'm curious as to the technical reasons why you're doing the sheep farm in the end. You know, the answer is I don't know why I'm doing it in the end. I do know why I'm doing it in the end. I just came up with a reason. Okay? I didn't just come out of here. I don't know why. Here's the thing, okay? I make decisions to do stuff that are thought through, and then I kind of forget what the thinking is. So then when I revisit those ideas later on, sometimes it almost seems like it doesn't make sense, but I may have already thought about this before. So when you said that, the thing that popped into my head was, yeah, why didn't I build it in the overworld? If I build this in the overworld, there will be other entities and stuff loaded. If I build it in the end, it's just the Enderman, and I can prevent them from spawning quite easily just by putting torches down everywhere. Now that's the reasoning that I came up with right now. I'm not sure if I came up with that reasoning before, because it's a bit of a way to travel out here to the end dimension, just for a sheep farm. It seems a little bit strange. I guess I was just trying to think of a place. I think I was originally going to build this in the void, you know. I think that was the idea. I think it was to just build it in the void, so then it wouldn't be loading anything. But if I just stop all the Endermen from spawning, then I don't have to worry about building it, like hanging over certain death. Which I like the sound of, you know. So, yeah, maybe the lag, says Rex. Yeah, you've got to think about it like this. If I go into the overworld, we're going to have other types of mobs, hostile mobs that are going to spawn, and there's going to be things in the ocean that's nearby. So there's a lot of things that can potentially drag it down. I was also thinking, like, don't build near the islands because other people are playing there. We don't want to have loads of entities loaded without cause, right? So those are some of the reasons. I think building it in the void would have been better. Well, no, actually, do you know what? I think building it over here is absolutely fine. Because if we do build it in the overworld, maybe I could have built it very high up in the world. Hey, we're building it in this dimension. It doesn't matter. Like, we're here now. It's easy to get here. I don't think I need to worry about it. It's very logical, says Danzo Twitch. Thank you. I'm just now hoping that's what I was thinking at the time. You know, because I got this weird feeling like, did I actually think this through? No, it's definitely a good idea to be out here. Who is the grifter, says Tim Oak. That's Grian's camera account. And it's got a Jevin face. Don't ask me why. Also, I passed 50,000 minutes on the server. That's a very long time. But you know me, I'm a hardcore Minecraft player. This is just how I roll. This kind of sucks because Wells had to shut down Newshire, says Cal Threnzy. Well, I mean, it does suck that Wells had to shut it down. I don't think people should be punished for playing this game and then stuff like that happening. The reality is, this game is not very well optimized, and thus players can't just go into a world and do pretty much anything. You're going to run into some sort of problems here and there. And so Wells has every right to build his sheep farm wherever he likes, but unfortunately, because of the place he put it in, the entities would kind of rocket up. Like, the sheep would go to the top of the AI list and take up a lot of the CPU whenever someone was in the busiest area on the server. I'd also already told Wells that I was doing this as well, so I did what I said I would do earlier to the Hermits. Is I would build my mega sheep farm, and this time it would be a shop so people could get some of the sheep from it. Because last season I built it, I said it was free last season, and hardly anyone ever like came over and took any wool. So this will produce tons of wool. It's going to be bigger than last time because we're building it all the way out here in a place where it can be unloaded. When I built it in my base last time, it kind of got loaded a fair bit accidentally. It wasn't the best of decisions. Alright, so it looks like we've got something to do over here. By the way, I've also been meaning to say, pre-stream music today was Between the Buried and Me with Infernal Gluttony from their 2007 album, Colours. Amazing record. Definitely their best. There's no arguing that. It's their best record. Song came on my phone today while I was stuck in traffic that I hadn't heard in years, and it's the one about the king from that record. It's like 10 minutes long. I was going to play it for the pre-stream, but I pick long songs for special occasions. Like, if we've announced something in advance, hey, I'm going to be streaming it this time, then I'll pick a long song because people know when to turn up. So I picked one of the shorter songs off that record. But boy, oh boy, is that a great song from a great record. I mean, to anyone who's into prog metal or likes the pre-stream music, that's an essential prog metal record right there. It was a classic from the moment it came out, and like all these years later, it still sounds really good. I mean, well, it's not a classic, is it? Like, the definition of a classic means that it has to survive the test of time. Earth Ed Wee says, "Are you a fan of King Crimson?" I am, and I think they are as well. They're probably a fan of King Crimson, Genesis, Pink Floyd, all the progressive greats, you know. Dream Theater would probably be on their radar. Really good music. Anyway, I wanted to say it just for anyone who was listening. Go for you gig yourself. Go for you gig yourself. Thanks, Chaos Muncher. Dirt moments, here we come, says Jub Millie. You got no faith in me. I can't believe I've used all of that wood. I think Fen's posts are kind of expensive. I really think they need to tweak. That's why I've been making these resource packs. Like, I really think they need to tweak how much some stuff costs, because if you want to build a big wall with these blocks, you know, the blocks are the blocks, but as soon as you start turning them into other stuff, like 3 of those take 4 blocks and 4 sticks, sorry, 2 sticks, just seems a bit much, really. Velvivian says X may be trolling us by not derping during the stream. I mean, would I be trolling, or would I just be focused enough? I mean, if we think about it, we're in the end dimension. So all I really got to do is just keep my head down in this place. There's no phantoms. There's no creepers. Oh, right. There is this bug. Hands up in chat if you've encountered an invisible creeper in Minecraft. I don't know when this bug started. I reckon it was about Minecraft 1.11 or 12. But last season on Hermitcraft, invisible creepers were a thing. I got invisible creeper quite a few times. There's still a thing in 1.13. I've been invisible creeper twice this season, I think. And the other day, I caught it perfectly, but I wasn't recording. And I went straight over to this Discord with all like the Minecraft devs and started talking about it. And a way to detect it. And unfortunately, the way that I tried to detect it and show them that they're invisible creepers made the creepers uninvisible. And I didn't capture it in time, unfortunately. Because I really want to get that one out of the game. That's just an absolute... It's like if you could make a really terrible bug, you would just make creepers invisible, wouldn't you? It's just such a devious bug. We got hands up, quite a few hands up in chat. Buzzy says they're invisible till they're 1 step behind you. Well, creepers can sneak up on you. I'm talking about ones that are genuinely, fully invisible. One that happened to me just the other day, I was building the cactus farm. I came up to the surface and I did a 360 as I came up because it was nighttime. And I did the 360, there's nothing nearby, boom, creeper blows up, right? The blast is next to me, something funky happened, items got duplicated. Oh, I didn't actually craft, okay, because I'm waffling. I didn't actually craft. That way. Yeah, anyway, so I was recording this video and I was in creative mode, standing on an island, and there was nothing around me. And I changed to survival mode, and as soon as I did, I heard a hiss and something blow up, and the explosion was in front of me, where there wasn't any mobs, because I was standing there preparing to record, right? So then, I move away, shocked, and I hear a hiss, and then I move away again, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got an invisible creeper here. So I jumped into creative mode, and I didn't know what to do. Should I go back into survival and try and record it blowing up? Or, you know, what should I do? And I decided to run a command that would make all the entities in the area glow. So I did it, and the entities all glowed except for the invisible ones. And I think it was more than creepers, actually. But I was kind of only paying attention to the creepers. So all of a sudden, the creepers that I heard hissing became visible, but they didn't have the glowing effect on. And before I could take a screenshot, like, the glowing effect ran out. So... you know, if anyone encounters these invisible creepers, turn up your sound and try and record it happening, because I think we need to gather evidence for this one. Like, it just like, I think in the back of my mind, it's been like, are they really invisible? Because creepers can sneak up on you. But that incident the other day was so absolute dead proof that it's actually a bug. Well, technically, creepers were made from a bug, so they're simply a bug of a bug for intentional phantom creepers, says Velvian. Not really. I mean, yeah, the story is that Notch was trying to make a pig and he ended up with a creeper. This is delicious. This is delicious. I need to be drinking more of that because, again, I always want to enjoy a hot drink and then I just start waffling. Denku has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Denku, thank you for your Prime subscription. Alien, should I call you Alien? I think it's Alien. Has resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you ever so much. Jeb, 2006, has subscribed Tier 1. And Gun Rovers resubscribed for 13 months in a row. Tier 1. Thank you ever so much for the support. I appreciate it. Acrylis has subscribed with Amazon Prime. And Panda Groove is here resubscribing for 29 months in a row. Thank you ever so much, my friends, for your support. I appreciate it. Lizzie Best says, I love Asuma stories. As soon as you said that, I was like, do I have another story for you? What was the story? It was about creepers, right? Oh, it's so good. It's so good in my belly. A nice hot drink. Oh, wonderful. Well, I don't have much of a story for you, but today I went out and I went, because Thursdays are my day off, and I went to a castle, and it was amazing. And there was loads of cool castle stuff. Like cages that they used to lock people in, places where they beheaded them. It was brutal. I saw some morning stars, and I was like, oh my god, those are morning stars. It was really cool. I mean, morning stars are kind of not cool, right? But they're kind of pretty awful. But to like get up close and see them, and like, you know, lots of stuff have been preserved. It was 11th century, and they were trying to like preserve it. Should we build this? I'm going to build this bit out of a different material, I think. I think that'll just be a little bit nicer. Asuma, how much do you brew? Do you have a big mug or a small cup? Says Jub Millie. Jub Millie has to know. Has to know. How do I brew? I usually have probably like a medium-sized cup, but if I have a coffee or I'm streaming, I have one of these big, like you've got to wrap your hand around it mugs, you know. Oh, that's delicious. Shambassam says, what's a morning star? A morning star is a very brutal weapon. It comes in a couple of varieties, but the general concept is you have like a nunchuck-like handpiece with a chain attached to it, and on the end of that chain is a ball with spikes in it, and it is for basically swinging at people, and like, you know, use your imagination. That's pretty rough. It's pretty rough right there. I don't know what block to use. Like, I need to grab my building blocks. That's a really good idea. There's the other one. Stone bricks, pretty straightforward. Do I have lots of stone? Excuse me, you can probably hear me burping. I don't have a lot of stone out here though. Could use prismarine. I think I'm just gonna do it with dirt. Look, I brought all the dirt here, right, for a reason. I'm overthinking things now. That's coarse dirt. No! Just regular dirt. That's all we want. I have a dog cup, says Soundwave. What is a dog cup? Sounds kind of cool. Right, so we're going to lead the animals up to this point and then lead them in to this farm. And we're going to need to lead them round to all of these different pens, that's for sure. Ah! It's turned to grass. We've got a noise in the ear. It's a donation here from Mr. I Love Cats, saying, good morning, X. First time I say good morning when it's actually morning for me. Hi, I was about to say, no it's not, Cats, you're just pretending to be sleepy. Hi from the US of A. The US of A. How's life and stuff? Says Cats. Life is good, Cats. Thanks for asking. I hope it's good for you. I imagine it probably is, being on holiday right now. Jeez. Exploring those states that are united in that place called America. Hope you have a good time over there, man. Enjoy your live shows. And thank you as always for the support. Cats in chat hides. Okay. Ponybutts says cats hello in capital. I've got a feeling that Ponybutts might be in the same room. I've got a feeling. A suspicion. Zembichi says hi guys, and I love cats. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Ponybutts says, wait, does Asuma know about the festival? Pony, I do, yeah, it's cancelled. I'm not actually. I bet Ponybutts just ran out of the room to type that message. That's what I reckon. Nah, cats could be at the airport or something, I don't know. Rooch says, Asuma, please read this comment. What happened to Python? He has not uploaded in 2 weeks. If you watch his videos, pretty much every video he tells you the situation with what's going on. He's moving house, you know, and he's been talking about it in his videos. It's one of those things, man. I'm a YouTuber, I know it too. Like, people ask you this thing, but you've already answered it. And the place where you answered it was like the most obvious place you could put it, right? Like at the beginning of every video. But people still ask. It's the internet. It's just how it works. Let's call that. I think we're done. So now we want to be able to bring the sheep up here. When we do that, we don't want them escaping. I mean, they can't actually fit through that gap. I might want to put some slabs in here as well. I think that might be smart. Apparently I'm out of dirt. Velvivian says, X, are you planning on making the dirt grass paths? Dirt grass paths? I don't think so. Oh, you mean just around the edges here? I mean, I could do. I kind of wanted to distinguish them, right? But I don't think they really need to be distinguished. What time do you do live streams, Smokey Hug? Right now! Right now, unless it's the weekend, then I'll be streaming in the morning. Mason Dave says, hey X, Charlie Panda and I have talked it over, and you need a commission a XVX cheeky emote while you're at it. I can be a little bit cheeky, can't I? That's a good one. Where are all these ideas the other day, man? I was trying to get some emotes commissioned and I didn't have the ideas. It's all good though. So those sheep need to start going up there, really. You need to start sheep wrangling. So a couple of slabs and some leads. And we're going to try and put 2 in each pen to begin with. Mio says, hey X, I just started my own server on CubeToast and me and my friends. I use your Treasure Gems data pack and I saw you added custom villager in one of your recent videos and wondered if you can give us a file command to make the trade. Yeah, the data pack is on the same place you got the other data pack. It's called Villager Gems, I believe, something like that. Tyket Tro says people started accusing you of clickbait again for the fireplace thumbnail. Really? Oh, good God. Even though it's very clearly not. People tried to ignore your response last HC episode. I'm not going to go check that out. I think it's just like one of these things that happens. Sometimes an idea snowballs. So if I now make a thumbnail that's slightly not quite what you see in the video, people are probably going to... In fact, I might do that deliberately. I might want to try and test this theory. Which is a shame, because for the thumbnail for the video of the sheep farm, I have a really cool little image of something that happens in the video. An amazing image. But now, maybe I can't use that. Maybe that's too not clickbait, you know. Mac Fanatic says, X, don't worry about the people saying it's clickbait, it's totally not the case. Yeah, it's not click. I mean, there's some arguments about how do you define clickbait. If you want to talk about how do we define clickbait, sure, there's different ways of looking at that. I think I know what's going to happen here. If I like let them out, they're coming out, you know. So if I grab a few, they're probably all coming out. I think I might just like let them roam. I don't think we have to worry about this too much. I will do something like that for now, though. I'll make it hard for them. So yeah, when it comes to the clickbait stuff, like, what is my intent? Like, I think the thing that disappoints me the most is that I feel like I hold myself to a standard, and when people moan about that kind of thing, I feel like that's gotten past them. The same thing happened with tag, actually. Like, I had people moaning at me about like making this tag building, and I was kind of thinking like, man, like haven't I like proved myself yet? You know, like I'll do this. The tag building will look good. Don't worry, it will upgrade the game. We will make things great again. And I believe that the tag game has been great now that we've got these organised twists, and people can easily use tag.hermitcraft.com to keep up to date and see all the videos. Like, it all works out really well in my mind. And I was disappointed at the time that people were moaning. It's the same thing with this whole clickbait thing. It's like, what is my intention? I'm not trying to deceive. I try and find cool stuff in Minecraft and create a clickable thumbnail. Yes, clickable. I want people to watch, you know? And I try and entice them in. But I don't want to entice them in with something that's not in the video. I always want to deliver. And so I guess the real thing that disappoints me is just that I think when I get people complaining, I'm thinking, you know, haven't I like proved that I don't do that? You know, it's just not what I do, and yet there are those complaints. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy doing it this way. I ignore the thumbnail, says Panda Grove. Good, you know, just watch the video. Chop Millie says, if I see a sumo, I click. Simple, really. Mona's gonna moan. Mona's gonna moan, aren't they? They're gonna moan. Now you two are having a hard time figuring out who's coming in here first. That is a bit of a problem. Oh, and the lead broke. Look what you did to my lead. That's right, one comes in first, then the other. Don't worry, X, about it. You are farmed from clickbaiting. Love the videos regardless of the thumbnail, says XU. Thank you for the nice message. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, my definition of clickbaiting is that you use the thumbnail to, in a way, lie and lure people in. That's not what I try and do. Like, I want my thumbnail to represent what's in the video. There's been a couple of cases where people have complained in the past. One time that I did it, I created a thumbnail, and this is the only way I could think of like representing in a thumbnail what I wanted to do. I come up with a way to take an input, which is actually a button. We actually got it on the screen. I came up with a way to take a button and create two outputs, right? So there were two different ways of activating it. One would give you this redstone signal, and the other one would give you that redstone signal, and you could literally activate a button in two different ways and get two different signals from it. So the only way I could think of, what's my brain saying I need to do? Let's just keep moving sheep. I think it was grab more dirt. The only way I could do it, I thought, I'll put in two repeaters off of a block with a button on it, and I'll change the colour of one of the repeaters. And oh my god, people did not like it. Like, a lot of people moaned. And I sort of thought, like, this isn't a Minecraft update. What happened to that one? This isn't a Minecraft update video. Like, and the game doesn't now have green redstone. I mean, it's not that the video doesn't say it's a mod. I think these here are getting in the way. And people moan. Anyway, you know. It is what it is. Okay, let's break that one. Oh, you're coming out now! Now you're coming out! Oh, you were fussy, you were. Alright. Don't overthink it, X. I'm sure they didn't think... They didn't think when they moaned. Yeah, maybe I might. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably overthinking it now. Spangleboo says waffles. Spangleboo isn't overthinking it. Spangle's thinking about waffles. I like this attitude. Let's keep things simple, people. We all like waffles. Right, I'll take those. Bam. Archide says, X, have you watched The League of Gentlemen on BBC? It's a bit old now, but still really funny. Some of it dark humour, but it's still hilarious. I remember watching it at the time that it was out. Bits of it were funny, some of it not so much. I seem to remember a really funny skit with the job centre, and I think the woman there like wants him to get a job but doesn't because then she'd lose her job or something like that. Yeah, I watched it. I didn't think it was all that, but I had seen it back in the day. Man, I'm having some funky business with these sheep, aren't I? Like, this gap here is trouble, basically. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, let's take that back. Perhaps we should make a thing over here. Maybe we'll start wrangling them out from this spot. You want to come out? You're welcome to come out. And now we'll close it back off. Waffles says, "Am I a cheaty am I a chat celebrity?" Well, Spangle was calling for you. Dark humour is like food. Not everyone gets it. Says Isolated. That's a clever joke. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. That's a clever joke right there. Appreciate if you like dark humour or not. That's a clever dark humour joke. Hey, I like dark humour. I always have. I find jokes that laugh at like the harsher things in life. I don't know, like that's just a way of dealing with things. Me and my friends growing up always used to take the mick out of death, so to speak. Like, I think dark humour for some people is just a way of like minimizing like the seriousness of something in a positive way. But it's so difficult to describe dark humour because I think some people, it's just really not for some people, right? Like, they don't want to hear jokes about particular subjects that can be difficult. So the Far Show was good, says Hayley Bailey. I remember the Far Show. That was a great one. Yeah, I love the Far Show. Jumpers for goalposts. Isn't it that one? Some of those comedians like Harry Enfield and stuff, they all had like multiple shows and like rotated. Oh, come on now. Rotated a little bit between each other's shows as well, I remember. So it's easy to get them muddled up. Ah, now that helps us pull them in. So we'll probably leave it like that. Suits you, sir, says Panda Grove. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Suits you, sir. I remember it. Jeez, that was That was another good one. The pun. Oh, that's so good. I feel like I want to watch it. And wasn't that the one with that really enthusiastic kid who was always like really happy and smiley and energetic, and then as he started talking more, you just realise he's talking about really horrible things. Oh man. Oh, I need to see that again. It's so good. It's so good. One of my favourite dark humours was a show called Monkey Dust. Seriously, like a well and truly overlooked little gem. Never got any attention or credit. Ran on the BBC for 3 series, and it is just brilliant. The dark humour. Spangleboo says, I always love those people who are like, "Oh, you smell nice." I think I remember that one. Yeah, they had loads of little skits. Those shows, though, they do something that I don't see in humour so much anymore, where they kind of rotate the same joke over and over again for each episode. So, like, if you watch a series, it'll be a series of those jokes each time done differently. Does Asuma create a coloured wool farm, says Freshest Lucas. Yes, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. This is a very nice like task for a stream because it's just simple and tedious, but it's not like grindy. You know? Well, it kind of is. It's kind of a bit of a grind, right? But it's not like a mind grind. It's not like break this block over and over again. It's like there's some variety going on here. Monkey Dust was amazing, says Charlie Panda. I'm glad you think so, man. It's like hard to find Monkey Dust fans. Let's put it like that. Mr. Hoppy. One of my favourite jokes from that show, it still slays me to this day. There's this murderer in it, right? So this is dark humour. Not everyone's going to get this, but like there's this murderer in it. I'm going to butcher this, I know it. There's no way I can recreate the genius of it. But he does this thing called the canal killings. And this other character is framed for doing it. And you get to find out the motivation for why he can't do it. And he goes, he's just like a kid. He goes, because they're talking about the canal murders, right? He goes, "Dad, can I go down to the canal?" And his dad just goes, "Yeah." And then that's the end of it. That's just the end of the joke. It's like, that was his motivation for killing these people. It's hilarious. Utterly hilarious. Like I said, I butcher it. It's really hard to like retell jokes like that. They're so well timed and so well put together. But yeah, I love that show. Great show. Hey Asuma, I'm trying to start my own Twitch. Looking to get my first 50 followers. Any tips on how you became so popular in start, says NXIS. Well, I don't have much in the way of tips of starting on Twitch because I never really had to work for Twitch, right? I'd done YouTube and I brought people from YouTube to here. So the one thing I could say is, like, depending on what content you're making, if you make SEO content on YouTube, then you can pull in viewers there using the search engine and, you know, build a base and then bring them to Twitch, possibly. Music was helping with the build-up, says Miles Away. I wasn't paying that much attention to the music at that point in time. I was remembering the hilarity of Monkey Dust. He started with Factorio, says Charlie Panda. On Twitch? I don't think so. We used to do Hermitcraft live streams on Twitch a very long time ago. I don't get the joke, says Mr. Menace. The joke is that something that someone does that is dark and horrendous has such a inconsequential beginning, right? But at the same time, it's kind of dark because it's also sort of saying this person was motivated to do horrific things just by someone saying, casually disregarding to him and saying no. I mean, this is dark. Like, I can't explain dark humor. Maybe there's some people who explain it out there. Maybe because humor, like comedy, is art, right? In a way, comedy is an art form, I think. And so these things can't be explained like 1 and 1 equals 2. It's just, for whatever reason, I find it funny, and so do other people. But not everyone. Dark humor isn't for everyone. It's a pretty good joke, says Uxix, so I'm glad you like it. The best dark humour is done by Jimmy Carr, says Nowie. Yeah, Jimmy Carr, definitely you have to call it dark humour. It's more in the offensive region though. It's more of like, let me just quickly like misdirect you and then say something appalling. And And he's hilarious, like, and I love that. I love that kind of stuff, you know. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy, says Mr. Pineapple. Great line there from Monty Python. What are you talking about? I'm confused, the Spacewalker. We're talking about comedy and dark humour. It seems we have some dark humour fans in chat, which I'm very much into that. I don't know Ricky Gervais though, says Charlie Panda. Ricky Gervais is probably my favourite comedian of all time. I just loved everything he's done, like The Office and Extras and all of the shows after that, the stuff with Pilkington, his stand-up. I love it all. I just think he's hilarious. Just absolutely my cup of tea for comedy. British humour is rather dark humour, says Lizzie Bess. Yeah, we probably are. We probably gravitate to darker things more. British comedy has kind of like a thing for air quotes losers or people on the wrong end of the stick. Like American comedy is a lot more like upbeat and friendly, and that's how I've always seen it. Like we like to take the mick out of ourselves more. Okay, there we go. Let's keep doing this. Is there any dark humour that isn't offensive or shocking, says Waffles? I think there is. Like I think anything really, like I think a lot of comedy can be offensive to some people. Like someone's always out there to get offended, right? I think the humour can be dark and not be offensive, but the problem is that it's generally considered dark because it's talking about things that people are going to get offended about, right? So I really think it depends on the person listening. Like you can't offend me. Offence is just like a concept that doesn't really work in my head. So it's easy for me to kind of understand that comedy diminishes the horror of whatever's being talked about within the setting of the joke. Like it's not actually taking the mick out of something horrible, whatever the subject of the joke is. It's more like a defense mechanism to it. Americans love to make fun of ourselves. It's why we're voted for the politicians we currently have, says Storm Dragon. Hee hee ha ha. That's a good one. We've got noises in the air. We got loads of noises in the air. I've just been mindlessly ignoring them all. 16 minutes ago, the Italian Beast 999 has subscribed to Amazon Prime. The Italian Beast, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate it. Mr. Jeb 2006 is here throwing bits, doing the cheers. No message though, so thank you, Jeb. Greatly appreciate your contribution to the channel. Grand Mafia. No, Grandma Fist Fight. Grandma Fist Fight. Thank you for your subscription. That's an interesting username. Hamstap85 is here, resubscribing for 6 months in a row with the Prime, saying half a year out of 7. Don't know if that's following or subscribing. Either way, hi. That is subscribing, my friend. Following is what subscribing is on YouTube. And subscribing on Twitch is what becoming a member on YouTube is. Memberships are a thing on YouTube now. Dea Mila is here, subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for subscribing with the Prime. I probably butchered the name, but now you got the emotes to put them in the chat and tell me that I'm a goof. Thank you for all your support, peeps. Almost all comedy is offensive to someone, says Mr. Menace. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of why I think it should be offensive to no one. That being said, I have seen some comedians like tell offensive jokes where I'm just really not on their wavelength, and I think there's some comedians that kind of go into the offence for offence sake kind of region. Like it doesn't feel like maybe there's much behind it. That's some sort of humour, but like I'm not offended by that. I'm just not laughing. That's how I feel. People get offended from very different things. If you always try avoiding that in humour, whether it's dark or not, you can't really do too much comedy. Yeah, very true. Very true. Can't avoid the offence. Okay, one more over here. Do I see some jelly emotes in chat from Blossom Warrior? Oh, those are cool. Scar's cat's got like some interesting eyes. Like cats over here in the UK generally have like kind of like similar set of eyes, but Jelly's got these like different shaped eyes. They kind of like jump out at you. Steven says, why can't you build 2 docks next to each other? Because then you would have a paradox. A paradox. Good joke. Now, surely that can't offend anyone, right? Is that a joke that can't offend anyone? Because it's just a play on words. Could a play on words ever be offensive when it's not about... It's just about paradoxes and docs. I can't see how that could be offensive. You know. Do you know George Carlin, says Salem? Yes. He's one of those comedians... And there's a lot of these. Like, you get exposed to different people as you grow up. He's one of those that I'm aware of has influenced a lot of people. I've seen a few of his shows. Heard some of his jokes. Pretty funny, but I'm not like massively knowledgeable about the guy. But I'm aware that he's like a comedian's comedian, which is quite a thing. Like if someone's a comedian's comedian, it means they're pretty damn impressive. Like Dave Chappelle on The Crying Indian. Talked about that one last stream, didn't we? That's making me feel warm inside already. Oh, that's just an amazing joke. Well, it's a pun. My oldest friend finds puns offensive to his intelligence. That's just having a stick up your bum. I'm sorry. Like all that. Man, I don't like any of this kind of intelligence as some sort of like, I don't know. You see some screenshots on like Reddit or something of crazy people. Isn't there like a Reddit dedicated to it for people who kind of act like they're superior because they've got like a high IQ or something? Like, I don't like that. I think of intelligence as like a societal thing. Like no one person can make a smartphone, right? But together we can all figure out different parts and specialize and then create a smartphone. Now, why can we specialize? Because of the amount of wealth that we have. So as time goes on, like the brighter minds can do better things because of the collective. People now in chat are saying, I am very smart, I am very smart. That's the subreddit, yeah, I am very smart. Cracks me up. It's like, if Einstein were around today, he could probably achieve even more things, you know, than he did in his lifetime. And if Einstein was around, you know, 1,000 years ago, he'd have probably achieved a lot less, right? Then again, you know, maybe I'm putting too much value on present day discoveries, understanding, whatever you want to call it, figuring things out about the world, theory, maths, whatever it is. Maybe I'm putting too much value on it because like some crazy quantum theory that gets figured out today sounds really like impressive compared to, you know, figuring out that we could have negative numbers, for example. But someone had to figure that out, and maybe it's not fair. Maybe it's like, maybe it's actually even more impressive that someone came up with something that we take for granted now, back when it was never known about, right? Like basic addition. Who knows? Like I think that's a really interesting thought. Is the first people to come up with like addition and subtraction, is that stuff more valuable in the long run compared to people today coming up with crazy theories about quantum mechanics? It's all relative, says Hailey Bailey. It's all relative. Mr. Pineapple says, but when you think about it, we wouldn't have our things if Einstein didn't do everything that he did in his lifetime. Well, yeah, well that relates to we stand on the shoulder of giants, right? A quote meaning, oh look, we have exactly the exact amount we're bred. That's kind of remarkable, I think. That's a very good sign for this project. We stand on the shoulder of giants. This quote means that, you know, everything we have now is built out of the people before us. In the same way that your parents make you. In art and culture, it all comes from the people before it. If you listen to any musician today and you think, this person's a genius, how did they come up with this? It's all built off the back of all the music that came before it. Like, there's this beautiful documentary series called Everything is a Copy. Highly recommend it. That should go on my little knowledge page on my website. That's something I would like more people to see. That really makes you think about stuff. Now, growing up listening to hip hop, alright, and listening to metal and learning how, you know, metal riffs are made, I could listen to bands and I could be like, you know, that's a Metallica riff right there, right? But then Metallica riffs, maybe they sound a bit like Thin Lizzy riffs. Like, there's this lineage of influence. And with hip-hop, you get direct sampling of old beats. People are taking records like soul and funk and that kind of stuff from the 70s and 60s, and then they're resampling it with other beats, creating new things out of it. And that's like a much more obvious and literal sense of standing on the shoulder of giants and things being a copy. But like the idea of a truly unique thing in art is like really non-existent. Everything comes from something before it, essentially, and that documentary covers that really well, using music as its main focus. So like I get on the receiving end of some comments sometimes, like, oh, you just copied so and so, and it's like, well, you know, and who did they copy then? Because nothing's truly original. Like the first person to record Minecraft, well, someone else recorded another game before them. You know, the lineage of Let's Plays can be traced quite a ways back to things that were similar to it before it was a thing here on YouTube. You know, everything's got this like root going back into the past. Dead Cyclo says, new drinking game. Take a sip every time X manages to turn the topic to music. Jeez. Let's have a look in chat. We have Bye Bry subscribing with Amazon Prime. Bye Bry, thank you for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Yes, yes, Doc, I am. Why would Doc... Oh, actually, Doc's doing stuff in the end, isn't he? I think what I'd like to do is just a little bit of torching. I kind of want to get these Endermen away from me and possibly think about torching the entire area. Do you know what I might do? I might... There's choices to be made. Like, if I light stuff up at the top, Endermen are going to hang out down the bottom. My main objective to begin with is just to get them away from the farm and perhaps not have them teleport in. I wonder if we can use, like, the chunk thing to help us at all. What light level do these things spawn? We've got to accommodate for ups and downs as well. Now that looks pretty good, like ups and downs in the terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4, like a grid of 4. Maybe we won't use this then. Is that right? This feels like it would be a very tedious task that at one point you're just going to get wrong. So I could go for the spam approach or the grid approach, but I'm not sure. We'll light it up just a little bit around here though. By the way, we got Tom M CD1 resubscribing for 18 months in a row, which is 2 Twitch babies, saying enjoying the stream for 1.5 years now. Looking forward to many more. What the heck? You're just a friendly Enderman. You're a frienderman. Tom, thank you so much for the resubscribe. Appreciate that. And Link Slayer 98. Subscribing with Amazon Prime. Peeps, if you didn't know, you can subscribe with the Amazon Prime. I'm basically advertising for Amazon, you know. Waffle says, here we go again. Another witch farm torch spam project. Lol. Another one? I mean, hey. Oh, right, because we've streamed doing stuff like that before. Well, that's what we do on the streams. We do simple grindy stuff. I don't do creative. I don't do creative on stream. I do that off stream. I need silence for, and I'll just distract myself if I try and do that on stream, you know? And now I need some more. Cool, not going to do a crazy amount now, just kind of want to cover a bit of the area around here. Yeah, this is actually a bit of a pain in the bum. Have I finished my mocha? I've got some more mocha here. Randy says, the wiki says Enderman spawn at 7 or under. Yeah, 7 or under is what I remember. But never trust the wiki. Willie459 is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Willie, thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Savage Nova says, are the vanilla tweaks on your website a resource pack or data pack? It tells you on the website. 2, 3, 4. Let's put that right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a big pack of Enderman that just spawned literally over there. You know, I think this might be the wrong approach. It's going to take a long time, isn't it? I think maybe the approach should be to try and condition our farm so that Enderman can't go into it. Anyway, we got a bigger project to do than this right now. Let's put this stuff away. Actually, we've got a very important project to do next. Did I bring? I should have brought like a. I should have brought like a junk chest for this project, but I don't think I did. I'm sure. Wait, did I put it in here? I'm sure I brought a couple of junk ender chests. Well, anyway, we got to make up some dyes, right? And I might need to leave this place to get more dyes. You see, I really need a chest to put some stuff in. Look, there's not enough room in here. So that can go in here. There's those two as well. Do I have logs? Let me go for logs. Bam, food can go in that one. Almost enough space. I'll throw away the hoe. See you later, sucker. Don't need the boat. Probably gonna end up needing the seeds. Tools can go in here. Right, that's looking a little bit better. Okay, so we need every type of dye, right? Times 2. Although not for white. It's like the one that I don't need. So 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those. Excellent. I Live Cat says there's a pool in my hotel. Oh my life, this place is so fancy. Awesome, man. Get some swimming, you know. Swim is good form of exercise. I haven't swum in ages. Jeez, I need to get some swimming in my life. Right, let's do that and then craft the orange. That's looking wonderful. So purple is blue and red, right? Good stuff. We need 2 of those and then that right there, 2 of those and another one. So what would we need? Pink, magenta. Pink, magenta, look, we've got it already. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 12. 13, 14. We're missing 1. 1 dye, what is it? I know what it is. It's cyan. Oh yeah, that's nice and easy. Good to know we got all the colours available in there. Just saved ourselves a lot of time. Now we'll do 4 in a row like that. Oh man, I always love trying to arrange these in like the rainbow style, you know. I always want to put them in rainbow order. Jeez, but it never quite works out. Well, we know what the first ones are going to be. Let's go put those in, and then we'll do the rest with less to look at. I always think that's good. Does anyone know if the Hermitcraft panel is going to be live streamed, says Turing Gux? I'm not sure, but I believe it will end up on the channel. That's the one thing that can be confirmed. It will end up on the channel. You are now light grey, and so are you, and here thy become thy grey sheep of thy end dimension, and you are now part ink, part squid, part sheep. Right. Next 4. Should we? You always got to keep those together. What looks best with the yellow? Or maybe that. Then have like there should be a proper way to do this. Whoa, that's no. Something like that? Pfft, whatever, does it matter? It's not like they're going to stay here for very long. I think I'm overthinking that one. Danzo Twitch says, I'm writing music while watching this and I can't think of a good bass line. X, help me. Let's think, bass line. Bum 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 bum. I forget the variation. There's a variation to that. Does anyone know that bass line? If you know that bass line, you got to tell me what it is in chat, and I will high five you From this side of the internet to that side of the internet. I will be sending the high five. Don't sing, says Spacewalker. Sorry. Sorry, goodness me. Not allowed to sing on my own stream. Well. Don't think anyone knows that bass line. Nope, no one knows that bass line. Never mind, let's move on. I Love Cat says, oh my god, I know this, what is it? Dang it! Dang it! Peeps are saying eye break. Whoa, we've been streaming for an hour. I hate my brain, says Cats. Embrace thy brain. Embrace that itch. I love that itch. That itch gets me obsessed. Sometimes I spend forever searching the internet trying to figure out what this sample in this hip-hop song I'm listening to is. Danzo twitches, oh my god, it works. Well, there you go. Peeps, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to look away from the screen. That's right, this Twitch streamer is encouraging you not to look at the stream. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Put down your iPad, put down your phone, put down your computer, put down your television. That's right, put the television down on the ground. Peeps, take a break from looking at that screen. Goodness me, you're beaming light into your eyes all day long. It's not healthy. The doctors said, stop doing that. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes of every hour dedicated to not looking at bright lights shining into your... I was going to say rectal. That's definitely the wrong word. That's definitely the wrong word. Retina. Similar. Okay, before you say dirty X. Jeez. Jeez, that's the level of comedy we got going on this stream. We ain't got dark humour, we got brown humour over here. You know, that's a shade of darkness. But, okay, it's time for the wheat. Pony Butt says, oh my god, Asuma, no. Oh. X is giving us all colonoscopies. Jeez, please no. Please no. Let's go grab our wheat. Ilucat says, I already played it on the guitar and still no idea where it came from. It's Marvin Gaye, what's going on? Love that one. Love that song. Album. Love that album and that song. It's that amazing. Right, time to breed these little suckers. I'm having flashbacks to Season 3 Hermitcraft. Who remembers Rainbow Fall? The Rainbow Puke Farm. Yes, that's right, Rainbow Puke. We made Rainbow Puke that season. Cat says, oh my god, capital letters. There, now you know it. What's this? Head up the bum, don't need that emote. I agree. That's not an emote we need around here. Redo Twitch says, ah, my eyes. You were looking for more than an hour, weren't you? And then your eyes blew up. Birdie says, Rainbow Falls amazing. And Bybury says, that was an awesome farm. I agree, it was an awesome farm. That looked amazing. See, I think I didn't want to do it in the overworld because it'd be too like that farm again, you know? Excuse me. Hey, I just watched Cleo's episode where she helped move the sheep over to Rainbow Fall. Oh yeah, that was so funny. So I had a load of sheep and I thought, well, I could do with some help. Group event. I can't remember how it went down, but it just like was really apparent that it wasn't really a like collaborative opportunity. But then we just made the most of it and everyone had a giggle, something like that. And it ended up being pretty hilarious. That's what I remember. Yeah, because I had a lot of them already. Sort of, I think I got them all together before I moved them over. Right, now that we've done this, it's time for me, my friends, to log on. No, oh, press the button to play.asumavoid.com. That's right, I'm staring in your face. Do you know why I'm staring in your face? Because I'm not even playing the game right now. I'm tabbed out. I'm doing other stuff. I'm clicking. I'm loading up Hermitcraft. I'm loading up Minecraft 1.12.2. Also, Real Lazy Dave has subscribed. I mean, I'm not sure how lazy you are because you managed to subscribe. Lazy people don't subscribe, Dave. Okay? It's time to buck up your attitude. You're not as lazy as you think. You know? Active subscribing Dave has subscribed. That's what I want to say. Thank you for subscribing with Amazon Prime. I'm loading up Minecraft 1.12.2 and I'm logging on to play.sumerboy.com. But you can't see it because if I start messing around with my Minecraft settings, everything's going to... The world's going to blow up. It's going to blow up with TNT. Now on this server I'm going to type /Hermitcraft. Bam, I'm logging onto the Hermitcraft Season 5 world. I need to refresh my memory. So if I type /Asuma, no that's not it, /warp Asuma. No, apparently that's not it either, jeez. Finally, I'm over at my own base. Can I fly? I need to put myself into creative mode. Actually, I'll do spectator. Oh, it's the old one, game mode 3. There we go, right. Peeps, I'll be back with you in just a second. I am looking at the old sheep farm design. I need to remember something. So, that is what I thought it was. So, 1... Yeah, I think I know what we need to do here. It's going to work with like a... Yeah, just 2. 2 is the number. 2 is the magic number. And now I'm logging off of there. Anyway, you might have briefly seen me if you logged on there. I don't think anyone logged on over there. But anyway, if you want to explore the Season 5 world, you can do so. Over on that place. So, the formation of, before I forget it, the formation of this farm, we shall build in front of us quickly. I'm going to need some glass. And torches, which I have. Oh, we're going to need a lot of glass for this farm. So the formation of the farm is as follows. One here, one there. Good, good, good. That is the formation of the farm. Okay, we need to remember that, and we'll probably have torches in these spaces as well. That means this bit here grows as fast as possible. Dinnerbone sheep, says Hailey Bailey. Yeah, that's the one, the Dinnerbone sheep. We don't need to do that over here unless someone builds a passive mob farm and AFKing here disrupts it. Then we can do that. What do you think will make alpacas more interesting, says Matt? If you mean the llamas we have in the game, I'm not sure. I think maybe being able to interact with them with redstone. Like, we need a mob that can interact with redstone, maybe through holding items as well. That'd be pretty cool. Aurora Rose 2050 is here, gifting a sub to Onion Router and Kestkio Ape Quest _ Setu. If you just heard your name read out, if you're one of these two people, you are now a subscriber. And you can resubscribe for just $1 because it's September. That's an offer. It runs out at some point. I don't know when it runs out. If it's already run out, I apologise. Also, SAS9602 is gifting a sub to Crazy Marth. The Marth that's crazy, not to be confused with Sane Marth. Don't get confused with Sane Marth. Crazy Marth, thank you for all you do. Thank you for setting up our new server, by the way. If I haven't had a chance to tell you, everything's going fantastic. The fact that I haven't told you is probably a good sign that things are going well. You know, if I'm not out there saying, you know, things ain't going well, it's because I'm getting on with it. I'm getting on with playing on the server and making videos, so all's going well. Appreciate it, Marth. Thank you so much for helping set up the server. September goes on to the end of the month, says Pony Butts. Stop being smart, all right, Pony. You know I'm a bit of a dum-dum. Clearly, it would go on to the end of September. All right, I just didn't use my noggin. I thought. In my world, I thought September probably ends before September is over. See, I called it September. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll shut up now. I can't place seeds over. Now I can play... I know why I couldn't place seeds there earlier. Oh my goodness me. It was light levels. I thought I had some weird ghosty block thing going on. Then again, why would it let me place... doesn't matter. I had some blocks over here that I couldn't place seeds on. But it was before I went and put torches everywhere. Now that would suggest that it was light levels because adding the torch helped, but Ponybot says, I mean, to be fair, I didn't start until the 10th. Exactly, Pony. In my defence, it didn't start until halfway through September. I think they had a bit of a last minute idea there. I think they came up with the idea like during September. And then they were like, we'll do it in October, and they're like, no, the pun! You're going to miss out on the opportunity for a pun. And they decided that the pun was more important. You know, that's how you make business decisions over here on Twitch. It's all about the pun. I dare you to say my name, says Ruchich Jagannath. Well, I've been dead and I've said it and I've probably butchered it. I apologise if I butchered your name. Right, I think I'm going to build the farm in this space because it's kind of open. The land's a little bit lower. That's not particularly a problem, but I think I just want to build it raised up in case it gets bigger than I originally suspected. I kind of actually wanted to build this where there was some of this stuff so I could chop it down, right? Maybe I will. Maybe we'll go scout the other direction. We should probably scout it with a little bit of flying as well. Subtober, says Doc Potter. Doc Potter, someone get this man a job at Twitch. They didn't know about Subtober. How could they not know about Subtober? Goodness me. They need more people like you, Doc Potter. Fantasia Builds is resubscribing for 2 months in a row, saying finally made it to a stream and see you are doing farms in the end. I'm so gonna judge you right now. Oh, is there something odd about doing a farm in the end? Have I broken some sort of unwritten code of the Minecraft way? Either way, thank you so much for the resubscribe. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. You missed one X, but I guess it is never going to be placed. Ah, well, whatever. It's fine. So this side's definitely smaller. I think we'll go over to that big space in the middle. Subsember, says Sertswerter. Subsember. Now, is that December or November? Ah! Caught you out. Caught you out. You're not on Doc Potter's level. Doc Potter says, will X share / sell the wall with this farm? Why is it in the end? I will make a shop. I will make a shop. And I say, ugh. Oh, what was the other thing? What was the other question? Yes, I will sell it. This is in the end because I want to build it in a place where when I come here, I'm not going to load large portions of the overworld. Cause lots of entities being loaded, you know. So one of the things we'll have to figure out is how we're going to stop the Enderman spawning here at some point. You know, I could slab the place. That's kind of painful. The torch grid is kind of painful. I think torch spam might be the better way to go because I don't really care about how it looks. So torch spam might be on the cards. I'm definitely not going to do something like build it up in the sky. Originally I was going to build it over the void, which probably would have been smarter, but then I wanted the comfort of having the end below me, so that is what it is. Well, I guess I don't really need to do anything other than probably start building this thing now. I did say we'll have a scout from the sky. Let's chuck some of this stuff away. Oh, and I should really... That's not the place to put that. I should really breed up these sheep. I need to keep breeding the sheep. We need breed sheep reminders, you know. So we've got noises in the ear. We have Tally Sis resubscribing for 2 months in a row. Tally Sis, thank you for your resubscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Minecraft needs a light level overlay, says Sammy. I'd love that. That'd be good. There we go. Is there a torch that repels mobs in this pack? Says the Merry Miner. I don't remember what it's called. This pack. We're not playing modded Minecraft. This is vanilla. This ain't no pack. This is the vanilla game right here. Come on now. Gonna breed the old suckers up. Now in the beginning it's easy to make mistakes because you can count the sheep, but once you've got more sheep you don't want to be making mistakes. You also want to breed them a bit slow. I remember doing this in the past, and they can sometimes like track a partner in the next cell over if you do it too quickly. Those two seem to be happy. Now you two, see, they're going. Wait, did I? Oh, we did. Wait, have I managed to mess up the numbers? Or no. This one. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm a dum-dum. Oh look, okay, so that one just had a baby, so that one will probably pop into an adult real quick. I see how it goes. So we got 4 in each. That's great. 4 in each at the moment. The Mary Miner says, not used to watching vanilla. Not too many streamers do that anymore. Cool. Yeah, on Twitch, modded has always been more popular. I think modded gets played a lot more on Twitch and YouTube. But I think a lot of people play vanilla because they can't load mod packs. You know, not good enough computers. They're kind of tricky to figure out and set up and stuff like that. Okay, so in goes those, and out comes these. Except not all of them at once, please. What we want to do is mix in a lot of dirt with this stuff. Oh, and I said that we would do a little bit of fly scouting, so let's get that done. Whoa! And up and then down. Okay, so we clearly have a big bulk of land here. Right, and we should probably look for like a starting corner, which I think would be somewhere just there. So we kind of want to start from here and build outwards. Modded ruins the game in my opinion, says Indie Alien Jones. For me, what modded makes the game a different experience. Like, as much as I'd like to think that adding in loads of extra blocks means, you know, your building options expand, it plays so differently. Like, if you give players flight, they will build differently. If you give them different objectives, different mods that replace vanilla farms, you will play the game differently. So one of the things that put me off from modded so much was that a lot of modders didn't follow the vanilla principle very much. It was always like, I'm going to make a mod that, you know, erases all these things you can do in vanilla and then makes you craft a bunch of stuff to get some materials. And because of that, I was like, man, like, you're kind of missing the point of Minecraft over here. At least for me, like how I play it. You know, I would like mods that add things that make you tinker with the world and find other ways to interact with it. That's why I love crafting automation, says Crazy Marth. Well, crafting automation is very much for modded, because modded gives you crazy crafting recipes, and then you have that like need, like, now I want to automate this, you know. Right, now I don't know how big to make this farm, but let's start off with the corner. It's going to be our corner right here. That is what it's going to be. And if you remember the design that I showed you a moment ago, we've got to put some torches in here. Yeah, ruins is a harsh word. I agree with what you just said 100%, says Indian Alien Jones. Well, ruins can be harsh. It depends on what mod, right? It depends on what each mod is trying to achieve. But I think ruin is pretty fair assessment, at least for how I play Minecraft. Like, when I go and play modded, it's a very different experience from vanilla. If I try and play the game vanilla, it always just falls on its head. Like, whatever I'm doing in the world just becomes difficult. You have to play it differently. It always feels like that. And so when I say ruins, I really mean it. Like, you know, it becomes a different game. The vanilla thing is gone. You just, if you're playing modded, it's very difficult to play the vanilla way, because there's just too much stuff in the mod pack that overrides something that you're trying to do. And so then when you take that away, you're left with like a gap. You know, you want to do these projects, you've got these cool ideas for projects, but they don't translate into modded, and so it can be hard. Like, I guess for some people, maybe you see all of the projects you want to do in modded. When I play modded, most of my ideas start where vanilla started, so yeah, it kind of gets a little bit tricky. Something like that. Something like that. I don't know what I just said. Modding makes you play in a completely different way, especially if it's a skyblock or like SevTech or Ages. It changes the whole game. Yeah, Raccoon Fish, I pretty much agree with you there. So by using the word ruin, you know, because it changes the game to the point where you don't have the vanilla game. Doesn't mean the new thing is bad or terrible, just means you don't have the original Minecraft in it. I only play exploration mods like Biomes of Plenty, says Highly Bailey. That's good, because if they don't add like crazy super OP stuff, then, you know, exploring is a Minecraft thing, right? Where am I? Where's these torches? Like, I'm trying to keep track of where I'm putting the torches, and I just distract myself. Like so. Do you plan to build another ice farm? Says Thrash Flucus. I probably gonna in a live stream actually. I'm probably gonna design a farm and then build it in a live stream, like build a master one. I also got Sentinel Mango one, and I loved this little trick with the Frostwalker, where they pushed Frostwalker over the ice and it would leave a couple of blocks behind to seed the growth of ice. But that farm was just a little bit too crazy on the flying machines for me. I need some simple flying machines. So I like what we got. We're just trying to maximise what it is. Dude, the Redwood Forest biome is amazing, says Beltfred Joe. I like that biome. That's a cool one. The heck are you building, says Surefire Tannis. We're building a sheep farm. We're building a channel for the sheep to go through that gives them maximum growth or opportunity to regrow their wool. Now, I did this with glass last time. Smelting glass, bringing sand here. I got lots to spare. Do I need it? Do I really need it? Let's think. Actually, I think I do. So the sheep are 1.5 blocks. Oh no, 2.5, 1.5. I think I could get away with half slabs. Maybe I will just stick to glass because it's what we did before and we know it works. But what I'm thinking is... this needs to be higher now. What I'm thinking is, if we have half slabs at this height, the sheep can't get out, but it also can't get out when it's in water, right? Now I'm thinking that's cheaper, but I think maybe having the glass is good because you get to look in and see the sheep, which is probably important. Black Ranger PL says, always felt like modded adds so much stuff you don't always need to come up with ideas for what to do, but it gives you them instead. I don't feel like that. It always takes away from the ultimate sandbox feel Minecraft has. I'm with you on that one, Black Ranger. Totally with you. Like, if you just add stuff that's like a solution for something you do in the game, then you're taking away the thing that you do in the game. And far too often, it's a crafting recipe. It's like you climb a little tech tree, and you climb something that then means, oh, you don't ever have to build, you know, a mob farm again. It's like, well, building mob farms in Minecraft is great fun. And unfortunately, when you play modded, this is the thing. Like, people always say, well, don't use that thing then. That's not how it works. You know, like, we're polluting the planet. Oh, we're talking about that now, are we? Yeah, we're polluting the planet with all of this electricity we're using. All right, peeps, turn off your phone. Stop watching the stream. No, who's going to do it? Like, once you give people it, they're gonna use it. You give some players in this game the ability to fly, they're going to fly everywhere. Now they don't need to build a rail network, and a rail network is a fun project because you use it, but you don't use it when you can fly, so you don't build a rail network. If you put in a mod that means you can teleport everywhere, you don't build paths to walk between places. It's fun to walk between places when you've decorated them, not if you can teleport. That's kind of how it goes in Minecraft. That's the way I look at modding. I'm gonna go get breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts, then go to a guitar center. Cash, you know what I'm going to say to that? Breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts. You're gonna have a sugar rush. This week so this week, right? It's time for talk about diet and exercise. I decided to stop doing my intermittent fasting to some degree. Like, I still kind of like eat in a small window of time, but not as crazy as I was doing. I was doing 6 hours. Now it's more like 8 to 9. But I brought myself a bag of chili peanuts. Now these chili peanuts, they are loaded with sugar, and I don't know why when I was in the shop I just chose to buy them. I just had like a sort of like a lapse of judgment. And I had a few other things that were a bit sugary this week as well. But what I was surprised at is, like, at first it's like, oh my god, sugar, yum, 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 yum. And then I can't enjoy it as much anymore because it made me feel all, made me feel like zombie woozy kind of. Ugh, I got that like sugar rush coming back. And I had a treat today. I had like this chocolate blueberry muffin, and I sort of didn't really enjoy it that much because I don't know. It feels like my body has pushed back and gone, nah, like I don't need that, right? So I tell myself, you know, hey, I'm going to change up what I do this week now. And then my body kind of pushes back and goes, actually, I'm fine with what I'm eating. So it's kind of a weird experience, because when you're trying to like avoid food cravings and not give in to those things, they become really desirable. But then I had some of my favourite snacks, chili peanuts, and my body kind of went, this sucks, basically. And now I didn't really enjoy my treat, because on my day off I have a treat, you know. That's one day a week. That's kind of how I do things, you know. If I'm at home, I'm regimented, I'm on track, I'm making sure I'm eating right. But as soon as I go out, temptations are everywhere. Make the most of it, have fun. You know, it's not like I go out every day. So anyway, yeah, the other thing I did as well is I changed how I was working out. I was watching a video. I like to every now and then just tune in, kind of like refresh my memory on technique, form, and how you're doing your exercises, and try and listen to like what different people making videos say, because getting some information from different places is always good. And since I'd learned about intermittent fasting, I hadn't then gone and learned about, alright, so what happens with like bodybuilding and intermittent fasting. This video that I was watching happened to say that intermittent fasting is going to affect how much muscle you can build. So I was like, oh, well, since I've had this snack, why don't I change up my diet and my routine for the next couple of weeks? So I'll have a few more like calories every day, and I'll try and do a different workout to challenge my body. So I switched to doing smaller amounts of reps, but more overall sets. So I did rounds of 5 sets, and then the last 3 days I've done 7 rounds and 5 reps on each of the 5 different things that I do. And it's good, yeah, it feels good. I have to wait and see what happens, but I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to like go back and forth, moving between shorter amount of sets and large amounts of reps every 3 days, because I do a 3-day workout plan, and then yeah, go to the other end. So then I'll be doing larger amounts of sets with small reps, and it'll just you know, challenge my body in a different way. Anyway, I tried to tie that in with the fact that I'd sort of slipped up on my diet and had these chili peanuts, which I shouldn't, which gave me all sorts of weird food cravings, you know. What kind of exercises do you do, says P. Ace? Well, I do working out with my weights, but running, fast walking, believe it or not, because I got a treadmill. I like to fast walk on it while I play a game on the PlayStation. Yeah, those two, running, fast walking. I like cycling, but I haven't done it a lot in a while. Spacewalker says, I don't know why X did a horse stable last live stream. He does not even use horses. I just wanted to put something there from the season where we came up with those roof designs. It was just to add to the environment, add to the area. And I haven't finished it. Next time we're doing a stream in the overworld, we'll be probably over there finishing up that project. Why are you building the farm in the end, says Martin. Just so we load a place where we're not loading lots of stuff in the overworld. But I will have to stop the Endermen from spawning around here, that's for sure. Because there's quite a lot of them, to be fair, and that's a lot of extra entities. A building just has to look nice. It doesn't always have to be a reason to be there, says a giant blue panda. I agree, yeah. I agree. I agree with thee. Do you know what? I don't know how big this is compared to the last one that I did, but I might just go all the way up to the end. Oh my goodness me, I went really far. Oh, we've probably got to think a little bit about how far the AI of the sheep will work. Like, if I'm standing down at this end... Now, I probably want to stand down this end so that I load more of that than I load the area where the Enderman can spawn. And that looks like it goes quite far. I'm going to... I don't really want to log on and do measurements while I'm streaming. I will leave all of that stuff intact. When this stuff goes round the corner and comes back, it will come out to this spot right here. Okay, so we can start building the corner that's here as well. Sheep breeding reminder from Sass. I breed the sheep, says Menace. Appreciate it, peeps. Appreciate it. X use water to spawn-proof the area. I'm not sure that's going to be that effective. Like, I could give it a try, couldn't I? I could give it a try and just leave the water there. This area doesn't have to look good. I could certainly give it a try. Right, now thank you for the sheep breeding reminder. We also got noises in the ear from Joe Kim, who is subscribing. Joe Kim, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate it. And Necrosage is here, resubscribing for 2 months in a row, saying, woo. Appreciate it. Thank you ever so much for the support, peeps. Now let's go and grab the wheat that we need. Ahmed says, I'm a noob at Minecraft, but I know that Endermen attack you. Ah, if you look at them. If you look at them. So now it's 2 for each cell. Are we ready for the breeding? Are we needing some breeding over here? I believe we're needing some breeding. Jimmy Screequoft has subscribed tier 2. Thank you ever so much for subscribing, Jimmy Squarequit. I can't say that. What is that supposed to be? Please tell me. Rubbish Dave says, or Amazing Dave says, I don't know, Suma. Flooding the area is a big job. Do you have what it takes to flood huge areas? Now, I feel like that's a reference to me flooding a huge area, which I've probably done before, right? It's probably a thing that I've done. One of you missed out, because I only used, there you go, I only used 3 bits. 4 bits. 3 bits. Jimmy Screequift. Scarecraft. I don't know what it is. Emma Lou Didu says, hello, welcome to the stream, Emma. Blue Lion says, why is Asuma only reading the subscribers and not the non-subscribers? Why am I only reading the subscribers? Blue Lion, thank you for subscribing, by the way. Thank you for subscribing. I've been reading messages from chat. You see, I read messages from chat, but when I read my notifications, those are all people doing the subscribing. And I read, that's what I do. I read those notifications. I say thank you for the subscription. McLurky, who is not a subscriber, says, if only you had a new ice farm to help you cover the area of water. McLurky, if only I had ice. I know what you mean. That's a good idea, actually. The ice might help a lot. It might help a lot. Misty Raven says, it's Jim's Craft. Spelled with a Q instead of an A. Code Blue, who is not a subscriber, says, why are the sheep in the end? The first thing that came into my head was because they came here to die. That was a little bit of dark humour. It's not why they came here. They came here to be bred and then to be sheared for their wool. We're putting it in this dimension to reduce the amount of entities that we load. I'll explain it all in the video. You know, I didn't actually explain why I'm... Or did I? I need to go watch the video back. Like, I've been recording it and I don't know what I said, basically. Anyway, this is for Sunday, by the way. So when I do my next stream, we probably won't be in the end. I'll probably just kind of leave. Or maybe we will. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Right, now, make sure we get all of y'all. All of y'all. Missed one of y'all. Sunfire Tannis, who is not a subscriber, says it's going to be a shop or just for anyone who needs wool. It's going to be a shop. I want to corner the market on wool. I want to put unbelievably good wool prices out there, you know. You see, I'm the nice guy on the server, okay? I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to moan about how much blooming diamonds I paid for that ink that a certain someone. I'm not going to name names. No, I'm only messing. I'm messing. But I like to approach the shopping area like I am just going to put the price where I'm like, that's a deal. You know, like, I'm not trying to maximise my profits. I'm just trying to provide the other hermits with stuff that's useful to them. So I'm thinking for this one, maybe we'll start off a diamond a stack of wool, but we'll probably lower it at some point to 2 diamonds. We'll see how it does at 1 a stack. Because I'm half tempted to try and make some diamonds because I've got so little. After all those ink sacks that I brought, jeez. Yeah, I kind of want to make some diamonds back at the moment. But what I'm thinking is maybe next season I'll just make it like my absolute objective to get as many diamonds as I can. I'll just go like Asuma the Capitalist. I'll like put on a little suit. I'll make a fun little skin up for it. And it will just be like, how many diamonds? We will count every single diamond. Because I've been counting them this season, right? This season I kept track. And I realised that I'm not making some good diamonds on the server. So next season that might be my objective, you know. X the Wall Guy, says Exuix, who is not a subscriber. Mr. Nerdy, who is not a subscriber, says Suma is good humans. I am good humans. Multiple humans. Pulling an Impulse SV, says Cherba. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the villager thing. I think what I might do is more of a cub fam thing. I might just go out and mine blocks that I know people are after, or maybe do like the quartz thing. Maybe I just become like some crazy nether hermit who just grinds all the quartz in the nether and dominates the quartz market. Share with Wales only fair, says Lynn's Gaming. I see your point, but I'm not sharing these. Well, I actually have a partner who's going to come out here and do some AFK wool gathering for me as well. So I didn't ask Wells for that. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have. Maybe that would have been a polite thing to do, to ask Wells. You know, I need some food. I'm just gonna eat up a little bit of this. Hey, get in my inventory. Thank you. Assume any tips for making big builds and not losing interest, says Mr. Nerdy. I think I might just be the sort of person that you are, you know. I guess maybe think about the way in which you do it, or maybe think about the scale. Like if you always start big projects and lose interest, don't start big projects. Do lots of small projects. And if you're doing lots of small projects, do them in the same area so they feel like a big project. So when you step back and you're like, look at that one, look at this one, I can see them all from standing right here, then it's going to feel like more of a bigger thing, right? That's maybe the way I would do it, like if I were playing this game, which I am. I'm playing this game right now. But what I do is I do lots of big projects all over the place. I can't help myself. I am building this in the worst way possible, I know. You're probably screaming. You're doing it all wrong, man. I thought that was coarse dirt for a second. Right, so that can go, and that. Scar! I'm gonna... Spar! It's Swedish Scar! Oh... Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Spa. Oh. Sven Vuren Eriksson. That's from Monkey Dust. There's a skit where they take the mick out of how often the BBC said his name. Spa. Oh, this is just absolutely brilliant. Right. Okay, let's put one there. That's where the next one would be, as a marker to myself to know where to go, where it would go. Alright, start building this one next. Duck for Duck, who is not a subscriber, says all times with Scar are good. M2PL, who is not a subscriber, says VAR is the answer. VAR is the answer. Let's get down there. Bam. Randy says, let's see what you did. You call Iskau your Swedish meatball. Swedish meatball. Now I'm hungry. That literally just made me very hungry. Great. I don't want to feel hungry. Do you know what's great? Oh, do you know what's great for not feeling hungry? Tea. I'm serious. Like, I drink a lot of tea, and I was appreciating today how the tea helps with the hunger cravings. Like, it activates your taste buds. It gives you a little bit of flavour. But it ain't got any calories, really. If you put milk in your tea, the milk has calories. But otherwise, tea's pretty close to water. And as much as I love water, water makes me feel, you know, replenished and helps with your thirst. But tea, man, helps with the hunger a little bit, I think. Maybe that's why we like tea over here so much. Tea is Bay, says Lady Renee, who is not a subscriber. Is that getting old yet? Jeez. Fresh Flukas says, still don't understand how you can put milk in your tea. I mean, it's a cultural thing. Like, over here in the UK, you just put milk in your tea. Like, it's just what you do. I've tried to drink it without, and it's just, I don't know, it's like I'm so used to it with the tea, it just don't feel right. So I put, you know, milk in. Little Joe, who is a subscriber, says I'm a subscriber. Shay the Snail says you're just calling out all those non-subscribers now. Am I now? You're a subscriber. Hypocrite. Hypocrite. That's what you're making me sound like. I'm only messing with you. Hey, I pick out non-subscriber messages. Grobzilla, who is not a subscriber, says I can put milk in coffee and love it, but the thought of milk and tea is vile to me. And that rhymed. You're a poet and you don't know it. Laurent Pravat says milk and tea is good, but only with sugar for me. Do you know what? Sugar ruins the taste of tea for me. I used to always have sugar in tea, and now that I got used to it without, I can't go back. I can't go back. I've had sugar in tea, it just tastes disgusting. I was like, it's all sugary and horrible now. Oh, that's the sound of the police. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh my god, it's John, who is not a subscriber, says, can you please stop? It's getting on my nerves. Alright, John. Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream today. That's going to be it from me. See you all later. Sorry for getting on your nerves. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Maybe that wasn't very funny. I tried to add in some sound effects of me walking away, and then I thought, it just sounds like I'm tapping my desk. It just sounds like I'm tapping my desk. That's not what I want it to sound like. Hamstap says that this is the quality content I tune in for. What? Fake stream endings. I could do a whole stream of that. Problem is, you'll know they're all fake from the get-go. You know. Make It Rain says, you troll. Me? Troll? Never would do such a thing. I would never troll any of y'all, would I? Come on now. Jeez. Right, now let's go and breed some sheep. You know, I needed those breed sheep reminders. I didn't see them. I thought y'all were professional Minecrafters as well. Should I wait? Actually, I think I might wait until they're all adults. Otherwise, we might have some mix-up with the amount of breeding that we're doing. Make It Rain says, no, you would never try us. Exactly, my friend, exactly. Pitry says, well, all the one-stream endings would be fake, but you'd never know which one would be the last one. That's very true. It'd be very suspenseful, that stream. Very suspenseful. Too intense for some, they say. Turinado, who is now a subscriber, has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Turinado, thank you ever so much for subscribing, man. Appreciate that support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Svar would recommend to breed his sheep. This giant blue panda. Rash Steel says, what usage will this channels have? What usage will this channels have? Not sure if I get that question, really. How? Right, we're bound to this area. I think I might stick in this region. Maybe what we'll do... So at the moment, I would be pretty much sticking. Right, I think I'm going to load up. I'm going to load up the other Hermitcraft world again. I know what you're thinking. No, X, we don't want to stare at your face again. Well, my face has got a bacon in front of it. Okay, bacon be blocking thy face while I load thy other world. Do you like maths? Says clearly. I like maths. I like numbers. Songbird T says, is a pro Minecraft watcher. You're watching a professional Minecraft. That's true. Hey X, when is the next mod pack series like Fullcraft, you know? I don't know. I do want to do one again soon. I mean, I'm kind of in the mood to play modded, but then this season of Hermitcraft has sort of blown things out of the water. That's all I wanted to focus on. By the way, this game called Parkosaurus. I really wanted to play it on stream. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that could be fun for streaming, but I've been unable to get a code for the game yet, so if I can get my hands on one, I'll probably start playing it. Let's go in here. Tuckin Norris says, I caught you yesterday during the stream. I wasn't streaming yesterday, talking about Skyblock. The fondest memories of starting to play Minecraft on Skyblock. Mainly, it's a pity you can't find servers which embrace the difficulty. And now they're just pay to win. Yeah, there's a lot of pay to win stuff out there. Let's go to Hermitcraft. Boopity boop. Got to put myself in spectator mode. Sorry peeps, I'm just on the other world. I'm kind of in the exact right place to be. So the length of the farm we built last season is, if we just count the lane, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the edge of the room, so that'd be 18. 2, 3, 4, 18, 8. It's like 26, 27. So at least we're going for at least 32, okay? And that's the outside channel. So 32, let's go accounting. Is there a chunk board? That's incredibly helpful. So 1, there, and another chunk. So that brings us to 33 right at the edge here. I do want to make this bigger than last time, that's for sure. Jay Haas says, hey X, just want to thank you for so many years of great Minecraft fun. What a lovely message. Thank you ever so much, man. I appreciate that. Jay Haas, if you didn't know, it's actually last time I streamed, it was 7 years on YouTube. And we also learned that means 3.5 on Twitch. Pretty crazy. 88TS is here, resubscribing, saying, please in boring voice, Yeetle, Yeetle, Fat Beetle. Is that what you wanted? Did I do it right? Thank you ever so much for your 2 months. Tier 3 as well. 88TS if you didn't know. Tier 3 subscriber. Head over to assumavoid.com. Left hand side of the screen. Click on get whitelisted and you can link your Twitch account to get on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server instantly. What kind of farm are you building again since Stark? We're building a sheep farm. So the question is, how big do I want to build this? You know, the farm we did last season was great. I think we can pack more sheep into it and do the channels of water a little bit better. So I reckon what we'll do is we'll make it somewhere around 30, probably 34, 35, 36. I'm going to bring this one out so it goes over the chunk border here. And then turns the corner to go back, right? That's how big the farm's going to be. So now what we're looking at is us deciding on the dimensions of this farm. Like, it is now decided. You should build a wool shop in Tango and Impulse's underground mall. Oompa Loompa. I had not thought about what my wool shop was going to be or where it would go. But if there was a place to kind of create a shop, like, in the side of a, you know, a mall wall, so to speak, on a corridor, I think doing something really colourful with, oh, wait a minute. Wait, where is this going? I'm trying to think what are my choices. I think it doesn't really matter, because I can think of one thing that would work, which would be to not turn in that direction, but to go the other way. So that would connect with that side. Yeah, we'll do that. So all of this back here goes. Well, we spent a lot of time placing these blocks and torches, and now they've got to go. You know, someone just said you should build a squid farm. I'm now thinking, this would have been great in the overworld at a location where other farms are. So one of the things about playing decentralized is that you have to spend a lot more time AFK in your different places. So I kind of wanted to start to put some things together. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have built this in the sky over a desert, so an ink farm could have been loaded at the same time. But whatever. I mean, jeez, not everything has to be perfect. Unless you're Psycraft, then everything's got to be perfect times 1,000 and incredibly efficient. Those guys are crazy. I don't know why I brought Psycraft into this. I just did, okay? Because when they build stuff, they somehow find the most maximum efficient way to do everything. Ink farms don't work in a desert anymore, says Binka. But they do. The ink don't spawn in the desert, the squid don't spawn in the desert, but the best place to build one is still in a desert, right? Because, well, actually, no, it's not. It's kind of not, is it? Well, actually, it just depends on how much other water. Like, so if you go to a different biome, actually, no. Okay, so they spawn in the ocean, and they spawn in... Oh, now you got my brain ticking over. They spawn in the ocean. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. Right, let's think about this. They spawn in the ocean and rivers. So we chose deserts because they used to spawn in any water. So you went to a place where there wasn't lots of water. So if there's a biome like a swamp, do they spawn in swamps maybe? If it's like a swamp, then all of that other water becomes a problem. But now it doesn't. So maybe the best place to build the farm is just where there is the ideal river. Huh. Yeah. Well, when I build an ink farm, my one ain't going to be... And I will need to build an ink farm, my friends. Goodness me. The prices for ink on this server are just gonna get me to build my own one. Because I need crazy amounts of ink for a project I got later on. I'm really doing some mega projects this season, you know. Every season I'm like, this is the one where I calm down. And then it's like, nope. Not happening, sorry. Come again soon. Oh, I'm out of torches. Oh, there's a lot of you here. There's a lot of you here. Find a river in the desert, says Technical Problem. Well, that's the point. Like, it doesn't need to be in a desert. There's no reason for it. Like, now, it's about picking the ideal location. So if the desert that you pick has some pools of water, they do happen in the deserts, they're rare. Or maybe the desert that you pick has 3 rivers next to each other. That's a bad location. Maybe there is another biome with a skinny river that gets really big in the middle and then gets skinny again. It's perfect because the skinny bits are really easy to remove and the big bit in the middle you build your ink farm in. You know? Do you know what I am saying? Do you know? Do we breed sheep again? Is it a breed sheep reminder in chat that I see? No! No one's reminding me about breeding the sheep. I'm disappointed. But not really. I'm just being silly. I came here to craft torches. Let's make sure we craft some. Throw that on the ground, apparently. No, and well, that was... crafting, who knows, could be so difficult. Right, there's my torches. Now let's go breed. Sheep reminder, says Sass. Oh! Oh, you reminded me now. I was reminding yo. Sheep reminded is what you needed to put in the chat. Sheep reminded, that's right. Asuma reminded us of the sheep. 58 is the number of wheat. That is the number of wheat that we are aiming for here. Come on, one more. There we go. Or did I accidentally... I think I might have accidentally... Nope, there you go. If you clip a baby, you can make it grow a little bit faster, so got to watch out for that. Okay, so now we're going for 52. Did I get yo? We got yo. Yo been got. Willie459 says, did you see my bit, Asuma? Willie459 is here throwing bits, doing cheers, which I missed 6 minutes ago. How terrible of me. Saying, Asuma, been a fan for a long time. Keep up the great work. And glad to hear about the server upgrade. Yes, everyone's been raving about the server upgrade. To be fair, I'm the person who was quite resistant to the server upgrade for a long time. Mainly because I played on a lot of servers, and I know that Minecraft could be pretty funky. But here's the thing. Like, when we picked out a server, we picked out... Hang on a second. One more needs to be bred, right? In this pen. Are they humping now? Okay, we've got our 3 babies. That's amazing. So yeah, what we did, thanks to Crazy Marth's advice, is we picked out the server that had the best single-threaded performance that we could get. So we didn't go after megahertz and clock, not clock speed, that's megahertz. We didn't go after cores CPU cores, right? It wasn't like, oh, let's get a 24-core processor. It was like, let's get the one that performs best for single-threaded, because Minecraft is single-threaded. It doesn't make use of multiple cores, right? And we found this server. We also found it overclocked. So it was running faster than the benchmarks that you could get for it. So that just seemed like the best option. And boy, oh boy, as it turned out to be really good. This is a slick server to play on. And I mean, I played on slick servers before, but not one running a Hermitcraft world. You know what those Hermitcraft worlds are, right? They destroy computers. That's what a Hermitcraft world. I mean, Mumbo plays on this server. Goodness me. You know? The stuff that he builds. The amount of redstone and hoppers. I mean, that's a test for a server. And this server passes that test. Right, now let's get all of those lot going. Q-Bear says, geez, X, the way you said that. What do you mean the way I said that? What did I say? Just be careful that you don't assume that a visual river equals a river biome. Paul Wells's ink farm is half in a birch forest, says Ireland. Oh, don't worry, I won't do that. Like, well, actually, yeah, I probably will. I'm the person who knows not to do that and then does it anyway. So, yeah, I probably will. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks for reminding me that I know to look out for things, but I still get them wrong. Mumbo Benchmark says Rad. Yes, Mumbo Benchmark. Teddy the Chicken says X, are you into cars? I was in a car earlier today. I drove it. That's how into cars I am, man. I get in them and I drive. Sometimes I sit in the back. Sometimes I'm not the driver. No, I'm not really into cars. I for a long time I was really like anti-car. I really didn't like cars until I learned to drive. I don't really like car culture as well, but I'm not really against car culture. It's just one of these like visible things that we do. Like here in this world, us humans, like, it's not really built into our nature to understand the consequences of what we do, especially when those consequences are for the most part rather invisible. And so when you learn about global warming and all of this stuff, cars are like a very visual and obvious thing that pollute. And so it's kind of difficult for me to be into cars because I look at them as a problem, but I don't, like, I've sort of, you know, thought about it enough now to realise that, you know, like, not everyone driving a car is thinking that way, and even still, like, you kind of need a car to get by in society, and so it's just like a lot of things that we do, you know, like this is just me. Hi, okay, this is me. You can laugh. You're allowed to laugh. Like, I watch a movie, Mission Impossible 10, with Tom Cruise jumping off of buildings while they explode, and I get annoyed when I see explosions in movies. Right? I can't watch Michael Bay movies. If I see a sequence of explosions, all I think about is, that was for a movie. We blew up those things for a movie. We blew up things for our entertainment. We burned and destroyed stuff. Oh, goodness me. My computer's using electricity right now for our entertainment. I can't believe it. It's terrible. You know? That's how I think. It's stupid. I know, right? It's totally stupid. Right. 1, 2, and 3. We've got the 3. Next, I need to look at the amount of wheat. 32 is our new number. Yeah, I know, I get annoyed by it, but like, oh, it is what it is. Like, you can't have a go at anyone, basically. Can't have a go at anyone for it, unless you could prove that someone was like, oh, I want to get onto those Hollywood movie sets and blow stuff up so I can shake my fist at the planet and go, haha, take that. Like, you know, that person doesn't exist. That person doesn't exist, basically. Or maybe they do. Imagine that. Imagine if there was some evil supervillain over there, and all they ever did was get on movie sets so they could blow things up for the camera. Another JT says, especially since most of those movie explosions are just as computer-generated as these sheep. Yeah, I guess that maybe a lot more explosions today are computer-generated than they used to be. When you watch old movies, it can be very obvious where, like, when they use different scales for explosions or like models, some of that stuff can be really obvious. Is there a raid going on? We got a pixel raid from Mr. Pixel Riffs in chat. Hands in the air like you just don't care, people. But we do care. Welcome, raiders. Mr. Pixel Riffs, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the recap. And welcome everyone to the stream. They're called pyrotechnicians, says Eva Pilot. I thought you meant the raiders then. I was like, that doesn't... Oh, yeah, that other thing that we were talking about. Pixel, I was just moaning. I was just moaning about how I get annoyed at seeing explosions in movies. Because all I think about is, oh, that's not good for the environment. That's all I ever think about. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, pyrotechnicians of the Pixel. You're all pyrotechnicians now, apparently. We're building a sheep farm in the end. Put that in the recap, will ya? Maybe. Oh, I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun, peeps. It's going to turn into a problem at some point. Right. Eye breaks, says Princess Sheep. What time is it? Oh, we're approaching 2 hours. Okay. I'm going to put a torch here. 2 hours is the end of the stream, actually. So, Pixel, thank you for coming along, raiders. I'm going to have to send you somewhere else now. Jeez, it's like a double raid, isn't it? Massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheer. Junior Buddha 75 with the resubscribe for 2 months. Thank you ever so much, man. Appreciate your lovely message there. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our adventure here in the end of the Hermitcraft. The Hermitcraft ain't ending. But right now the stream is. That was an amazing link. That was poetry. That was beautiful. And where shall I send thy today? I'm actually going to pick out a random Minecraft channel. I don't feel like I've done that in a while. So I will scroll down. We will look for someone with... Let's go for less than 10 viewers, right? Let's make someone's day here. Okay. Now I need to find someone with less than 10 viewers. That sounds like a very interesting project. I'm going to go there. Hopefully it's English speaking. Right. Got a channel for y'all. And that's it. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.